A really interesting story here. A family from Mongolia travels 7,000 miles for life-saving surgery for their little one. Little Sarana, there she is, was born with a hole in her heart and needs a doctor in Denver to fix it. After the break, we'll meet the team that made this miracle surgery happen. To an incredible story of an incredible team of people who literally moved heaven and earth to save the life of a baby girl. Little Sarana, 10 months old, born with a hole in her heart. The surgery needed to fix it is not available in her home country of Mongolia. So little Sarana and her mother, with the help of Samaritan's purse, made the 7,000-mile trek to Denver to save her life. The free trip was thanks to the charity Samaritan's Purse, as I mentioned. Earlier this month, Sarana underwent the procedure at the Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children. The bill? Nothing. That hospital did it for free. Joining me now is nurse practitioner Karen Hill, who actually traveled with Sarana and her mother on their way to Denver, and Dr. Stephen Leonard, the surgeon who performed the surgery. Both of you work there at HCA Health One's Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children. First of all, give each other a high five, because you did good work here, team. Come on. Karen, I'll start with you. You got to see where little Sarana came from and what it was going to mean to not only her family, to that community, that this little one would have a chance at life. Tell me about that voyage. You had a very special mission. Go and bring her and her mama back to Denver for the surgery.
Yeah, absolutely. It was wonderful. It was wonderful to go to be in country and start that relationship with the family ahead of time, so that by the time they got here, they had a familiar face and a connection and some trust built up. So I got to meet her dad, who I got to send good wishes that we were going to take very, very good care of his daughter that he was entrusting with me to bring to the United States to have the surgery. So met dad, met grandma and her two older siblings, and it was fantastic. So I think it was such a great little meeting and a good little loving goodbye to see how much this little girl means to everybody at home, and learn a little bit about her culture while I was there.
I love that. Dr. Leonard, surgery was August 2nd. She's expected to travel home September 3rd. I understand Karen will go with her. Born with a hole in her heart. This is a little tiny baby undergoing such a major procedure. How is little one doing?
She's doing great. She was in the hospital about 5 or 6 days after surgery and had a very uneventful recovery. We've seen her back for one postoperative visit, and she just looks fabulous.
It sounds minor, but it could have been fatal, this condition she had.
That's right. It's a relatively common thing for us to see. It's a ventricular septal defect, a hole between the lower pumping chambers of the heart. But it causes her lungs to get 3 or 4 times as much blood flow as they should. And over many years, that can actually burn out the blood vessels in the lungs and be fatal for her. So we like to get them taken care of within the first several months of life.
So she'll have a regular life as she moves forward back home in her home nation of Mongolia?
She should. We consider this operation a cure, and I would expect her to have a normal length of life and a normal quality of life.
And Karen, you're heading back with the baby. She's going to leave a little bit of a hole in your heart when she leaves, I feel.
Absolutely. It was so wonderful to bond with them and walk this journey with them. So it's great to see them all the way back to home and send her back to her family in a much better state.
In a much better state, and now she can thrive. Dr. Leonard, congratulations on a successful surgery. Karen Hill, thank you so much for sharing your good heart with this family and with that nation and with us. We needed the uplifting story today. Thank you to both of you. Well done, team.
Thank you very much.